Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now, Bitcoin has finally confirmed the breakout above this massive Fibonacci level, which means breaking out from this price pattern and also invalidating this bearish signal. But with that being said, we need to pay attention to this Bitcoin chart with the price still running into this level of resistance and the RSI running into this resistance. And while that is happening, more liquidity is building to the downside on this Bitcoin chart. So I'll be talking about all of that and more later in the video, so definitely watch to the end. First of all, starting off on the weekly Bitcoin chart, and right now Bitcoin is still in a larger bull market, as we can see playing out this bull market signal. And if we're looking at this weekly Bitcoin chart, the weekly Bitcoin MACD is still in the green, looking bullish. But of course, as I've mentioned recently here on the channel, we're losing a small amount of bullish momentum just in the short term during the larger bull market. And so this is somewhat similar to what we saw pretty much exactly 1 year ago. After a massive bullish move, we saw a bit of a slowdown, losing some bullish momentum in the short term, but that was not necessarily a trend reversal signal. It was just taking a bit of a short-term break during a much larger bull run. And right now, we're seeing something similar here in the short term. And if we're looking at the 4-day time frame, the super trend indicator is still sitting in the green, indicating a larger bull market. And so overall, the larger timeframes are still very much more bullish than bearish. Of course, we have a couple things to pay attention to that could possibly turn out to be bearish, like, for example, a possible bearish divergence with lower highs in the weekly Bitcoin RSI and higher highs in the Bitcoin price on the weekly timeframe. But with that being said, at least as of right now, that possible bearish divergence is not currently confirmed. So overall, once again, we have more things that are bullish than what's bearish on the larger timeframes. And something else to add to that list of bullish signals is, of course, the recent breakout above this Fibonacci level, the 1618 Fibonacci extension level on the weekly Bitcoin chart. When we're taking a look at the Fibonacci retracement tool from the previous bull market high of around 69,000 down to the bear market bottom on the linear settings, it places that 1618 Fibonacci extension at approximately $102,000 per Bitcoin. And just over the last 1 day, we've now officially confirmed a weekly candle close above 102,000. In fact, that weekly candle close confirmed at around 104,500 approximately. And so for the bulls out there, ideally, we need to just hold above around 102,000 in order to maintain this breakout. Of course, we can see a slight little dip below 102,000, just as long as we don't confirm a candle close back below 102,000, we're still looking good. And so just be aware, it's very much possible we could see a slight little retest of that level and bounce from 102K, or even if we drop below 102K during the week, that can still be okay in the short term for this larger breakout right here. Because remember, for as long as we're still seeing these weekly candle closes above 102K, we're looking bullish when it comes to this breakout right here. And the next major Fibonacci level to the upside, in case you're wondering, in case you're new to the channel, is this 2618 Fibonacci extension level on the 3-day Bitcoin chart, and that is sitting at around $113,000 per Bitcoin. And now, of course, when we're talking about the larger bull market, yes, Bitcoin can go above 113,000. That is simply just the next price target to pay attention to, and potentially a major point of resistance at around 113,000 now that we've seen that weekly candle close above 102,000. And so just before talking about some other important Bitcoin charts today, first, if you actually want to get set up ready to go to take these next trading opportunities in the price of Bitcoin, personally, I take a lot of my trades right now over on BTNX. So I'll make sure to leave a link to BTNX below this video in the description and in the pinned comment. And if you use that link, it'll take you to this page right here, which is an exclusive deposit bonus that you can only claim using that link below this video. So if you simply just click that link to make your BTNX account, which is free to do, very easy to do, and then deposit $100 worth of crypto, you get a $20 bonus, or deposit $500 worth of USDT and start trading, you get a $100 bonus, or if you deposit just 1,000 USDT and start trading on that account, you get a $200 bonus into your new BTNX account. And so especially if you're going to be trading crypto anyway, or if you're preparing to take the next trading opportunity, you might as well check this out. Once again, first link below this video. And also, in case you're wondering, BTNX is a no KYC exchange, which means you can access it from basically any country in the world without needing any KYC. But for whatever reason, if you don't want BTNX, there is also Bybit, which is another exchange I also trade on. So I'll make sure to leave a link to Bybit below this video in the description and in the pinned comment as well. And if you use that link, you can claim a 500 USDT position airdrop. So basically a free $500 trade as your first trade over on Bybit, but that is only available if you use the link below this video to make your Bybit account and deposit on that account. But with that being said, taking a look at this Bitcoin chart, and over the last 1 day, we've now confirmed a daily candle close well above 102K, once again at around 104,500. So just above 104K was where that latest candle close confirmed, which means we've confirmed the breakout from this rising wedge and also confirmed the breakout here in the daily Bitcoin RSI. And so technically speaking, on the daily time frame, this is an invalidation signal for that bearish divergence between the price and the RSI, as we can see right here. And also, now that we've broken out to the upside from this rising wedge pattern, that sets up a technical price target to the upside for this rising wedge. And that price target for this breakout right here is sitting at around 111,000 to 112,000. So essentially right around that 113K level, just before 113K, we have that price target right here. And so this could be a potential trading opportunity to pay attention to, but I want to make it clear that this price target based on this pattern right here is not necessarily an important price target to pay attention to, simply due to the fact that statistically speaking, a rising wedge is a bearish pattern, which means roughly around 2/3 of the time a rising wedge breaks to the downside, and roughly around 1/3 of the time it breaks out to the upside. So it can break out to the upside as we've seen just here. It's just statistically that doesn't happen as often. And so due to the nature of this being statistically a bearish pattern, it's actually not very often we break out and then also hit the price target after a bullish breakout. So just keep that in mind. But of course, either way, this breakout is a bullish signal because it gets rid of the chance of this playing out as a bearish pattern, because even if we were to break back below 102,000, essentially we would have invalidated this as a rising wedge. And also, usually previous resistance becomes new support. So if for whatever reason we see a slight little retracement here, expect some support at around 102K, give or take. And if we're taking a look at this 12-hour time frame, something that we need to pay attention to is, of course, the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI, which is still running into this line of resistance right here. At least for now, we've not yet fully confirmed a breakout. And even if we extend this line right here in the price action to where we are right now, as we can see, we're still kind of hanging just underneath that line right there. So that is still acting as a bit of resistance in the short term, sitting at approximately 106,000. But ideally, what we need to see is this breakout in the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI, because as I've talked about over and over again recently here on the channel, we're seeing very similar price action at the moment to what we saw pretty much exactly 4 years ago, because this right here on the left-hand side is the price action 4 years ago on the same time frame, the 12-hour Bitcoin chart. And of course, 4 years ago, that was a Bitcoin halving year. We saw a Bitcoin halving in 2020 and a Bitcoin halving in 2024. So both of these are Bitcoin halving years around the exact same time of the year, December in the year. And of course, both of these cases, we saw a bearish divergence, the exact same signal play out on the same time frame in the Bitcoin price during a larger bull market. So very similar price action right now to what we saw around 4 years ago. And as I've also been mentioning here on the channel, what we saw 4 years ago alongside the breakout in the price, we also saw a strong breakout in the RSI. That was the signal to watch out for in order to start invalidating this bearish divergence on the 12-hour time frame. And we could see once we saw the breakout in the RSI, and especially once the RSI started creating a new higher high on the 12-hour time frame, it was around there we're getting ready for that next explosive move to the upside to continue the larger bull market. And so at least for now in the short term, we've not exactly seen that, at least not yet in the 12-hour Bitcoin RSI. We're still waiting for that breakout here. So for now, there's still the possibility we could struggle for a little longer in the short term, but very soon we're likely going to see that breakout if history is any indication. But until we see that breakout in the short term, if we were to see another slight little retracement here, once again, we're likely going to find some support at around 102,000, give or take, with previous resistance becoming new support. But if we dip below 102,000, I would expect some support at around 100,000 approximately, and more support at around 97,000. But if we're taking a look at this 12-hour time frame, we have this important ascending line of support right here, sitting at around 99,000 right now. We also have this area of of support in the volume profile indicator, sitting in between 96,500 to 98,500, so just underneath that 99k level as major support as well. And we also have a bit of support right here, sitting at around 101,000, and we have a small spike in volume in the volume profile indicator, acting as a bit of short-term resistance at around 104,500. So around that candle close level right there, that is acting as a bit of short-term resistance. And if we're taking a quick look at the Bitcoin liquidation heat map, obviously over the last one day, we liquidated some short positions on that bullish move right here. So essentially we saw a small short squeeze. Of course, it wasn't exactly that massive short squeeze like what we saw 4 years ago, because we're still waiting for that breakout here in the 12-hour time frame, like I explained earlier. But we did see a small short squeeze, technically speaking, because we did liquidate some short positions. And right after that level right there at around 103,000, we shot up to the upside at around $2,000 straight to the upside, as we could see after we took out those short positions. So that was a small short squeeze right there. But in doing that, of course, we used up a decent amount of liquidity that we had to the upside. So we still have more liquidity to the upside, sitting at around 106.7k, going up towards around 108,000. In that range, we still have a decent amount of liquidity. But we have to be aware of the fact that right now we're actually building up a little bit more liquidity back to the downside again, with a major area building in between around 98.8k to 99.1k. So right around that 99k level, which once again is acting as a major support, we have a lot of liquidity right there. And so in case you're new to the channel, that simply means if we drop below that area, that could liquidate a bunch of long positions, potentially causing a slight further drop in the short term, also known as a long squeeze. But once again, as I mentioned earlier, if we break below 99,000, we also have this area of support in between around 96,500 to 98,000. And even before we get to 99,000, we also have other levels of support like 101,000 or 102,000, where the price could also likely bounce from. So just keep that in mind. But overall, when we're looking at the larger trend that is playing out, it's very much clear that right now we're still in a bullish trend, forming higher lows and higher highs. So I'm still very much bullish in terms of the trend and momentum, and especially on the larger time frame, still very bullish. It's just in the short term, for the next 1 or 2 days, we could see a slight little cool off in the short term, getting ready for that next major breakout. And if you want to prepare for that next massive trading opportunity in the price of Bitcoin, once again, get set up, ready to go using those links below this video on those exchanges if you want to claim those extra bonuses. And if you want to actually know how to trade crypto, no matter if the price is bullish, bearish, or chopping around sideways, you can profit from all of that price action by watching these videos popping up right here on your screen. The video in the top left shows you how you can profit from bullish or bearish price action using long positions or short positions. And the video in the bottom left shows you how you can easily profit from choppy sideways price action. But anyway, that is everything that I have to say for today. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.